I am going to miss seeing Jason Spezza in a Leafs jersey so much. I have mixed emotions right now, and I didn't think I was going to be making this video, so this came out of nowhere. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and I live in Scotland, and I sit here and talk about Leafs hockey and hockey in general from across the pond. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and if you're here as usual, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Make sure to check out all my other social medias. I'll link them all down below. Mainly Twitter, I talk a lot of hockey on there. But first, let's jump in to today's topic, which is about Jason Spezza and his transition from a Maple Leafs player into a part of the Maple Leafs organisation. Let's go. So yesterday it was announced that after 19 seasons, 38-year-old Jason Spezza will be joining the Maple Leafs front office as a special assistant to GM Kyle Dubas. So just a bit of background, in his NHL career playing for the Maple Leafs, Dallas Stars and Ottawa Senators, totalling 1,248 regular season games, he collected 995 points. So close to 1,000 that it almost hurts. You could not be any closer pretty much, and he's 5 points off missing out on that milestone, which sucks, and also is why I was surprised that he wasn't playing. I thought he had another year in him, but it's not meant to be that way. That's okay. He also represented Canada at the IIHF World Championships 4 times, and he was originally selected by Ottawa in the first round of the 2001 NHL draft. I was 1 year old. 1 year old. I wasn't even talking. Wow. It was already mentioned that Spezza didn't want to play anywhere else, and he basically said if he wasn't with the Leafs, he was retiring. He is a die-hard Leaf. He is through and through, and we have been very lucky to have him. He is just a very iconic guy. And so yesterday it was announced that he will be joining the Maple Leafs front office as a special assistant to GM Kyle Dubas, and I'm very, very interested to see what that is going to entail. You know, a lot of people were saying, what even is that? I don't know. I'm excited to see. I mean, I suppose it could be anything that they wanted it to be, I guess. It's one of those things where you almost create a job role like for the person because they are deserving of it, which he most certainly is. And I'm very excited to see where this will go. I mean, Spezza is not only a very good hockey player, but he's got some like hockey IQ and knowledge that's just out of this world. Like, you don't see very many players that have the spectrum of knowledge that he has across both the NHL and wider out into Europe and stuff like that too. Like, he's very, very good at spotting players and spotting opportunities. So I think he's going to be a real asset to the office team, to be honest. So there's been some debate, and I noticed, I watched Steve Dangle's video on this. I admire Steve's videos so much. He just does everything like a million times better. But there was like a debate over whether Spezza chose to do this or not. I'm uncertain. So I thought he would maybe take league minimum for like another year, and then we'd see a change like this. And I'm wondering if perhaps both Dubas and him agreed together that it was better for him as an individual, because he's been a healthy scratch a lot of times this season, right? And his ice time has dropped majorly. So I wonder if for him as an individual in that respect, but also for the organisation, from one, obviously saving some cap space from not giving him, even though it's league minimum, we need anything we can get right now, right? It saves us that, but we still get the asset of having him. So I think it's a very logical decision on both sides. I can understand why him as an individual and them as an organisation would want this change to happen. And I think it is such a great collaboration of minds that they've come up with this position that will keep him in the Leafs enough without him having to be on the team. Although, as I mentioned in Steve's video, he did point out that like there is a chance that Spezza could end up signing for us like right before the end of the trade deadline or something like that, which would also be insane, and you never know what's going to happen. Hockey's unpredictable, that's why it's so great, but even if he is just staying strictly in this position, I'm like very excited for him. I think it's a great opportunity for both the Leafs and for him. This is like an entire new chapter in his life and his career, and he just suits the role perfectly. So Nick Foligno summed it up perfectly, and as someone who played with him in both Toronto and Ottawa, he obviously knows Jason very well, right? And he said that if you had a question, you went to Spez on anything that was going on in the league. I don't know if he has scouts or just so many buddies on other teams, but he just seemed to have answers. If that is not a valuable asset to the Leafs in an organisation way, I don't know what is. I think that is just such a good idea. He's been invaluable to the team itself. Just a couple of my favourite moments. One has to be that speech in Game 5. Leafs were trailing Tampa 2-0, but came back after his dressing room speech, which we're never going to know the full contents of, but we came back to win it 4-3. And I just think that shows a great leader, a great guy, a great teammate, and someone who still has a lot to give to this franchise. He loves being here, he loves being a Leaf, he's just an incredible human being, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to bring in a different aspect to the Leafs. My other favourite Spezza moment has to be when Austin was mic'd up. There was that unreal goal from Spezza, and he just, I'll pop up his face right here. One of my favourite Austin Jason moments, put it that way. Definitely my favourite. Austin was just stunned, basically. So overall, I don't think that he was pushed into this role by any means. I think it was more of a collaboration of what's best for him, what's best for the team. And I have to say, I think this is probably the best resolution that really, realistically could have come out of it. I think it's just going to be a really exciting time for the Leafs to have an addition to their office room such as Spezza. I think his knowledge of stuff is just insane, and we can really, really use that to our advantage now. He is a huge asset to have on this team, and he's still an asset, he's just in a different role now, and I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen. So this was just a very quick video just touching on the whole Spezza thing, because I already thought I was going to do this, but then I asked on Twitter what people wanted to see, and they were like, what else would we want to see but this? And I was like, right, okay, fine. So that's my thoughts anyway. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Spezza's transition from player to special assistant. I think that's very exciting times, and thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said at the start, make sure to subscribe, comment, like this video if you want more hockey chats, and also go and follow me on all my other social medias down below, and I will see you again later this week for more hockey chats from across the pond. Bye guys!